Hey everybody, we are joined again by Packers GM Brian Gutekunst. And Brian, busy night for you. Let's just go down the list. Edgerrin Cooper, linebacker, Texas A&M. What'd you like about him?
Speed. He can really run. Dynamic athlete, sideline to sideline player. He'll run and hit you. And just really productive player. Was really a dynamic player for the Aggies this past year, and excited to see what he can do in the green and gold.
Does he bring some pass rush to the party? Because his stats would say he does.
Yes, certainly. Just his ability to come off the corner. He's elusive. He's a tough block for backs. So again, another versatile player that we talk about quite a bit. But not only on defense, but even on special teams as well. I think he really has a bright future here.
Also in the second round, Javon Bullard, safety out of Georgia. Seems like you like that program.
Yeah, it's just easy to keep that G on their helmet, So, but no, yeah, here's a guy that can play in the nickel. He's done that before. He's also played safety. He's rangy. He'll hit you. He's a really very good tackler. He's one of their team leaders. Again, I think he's one of those guys that as he learns what Jeff and his staff want to do, there's a lot of options to use him. So excited for him, and we'll see how he does when he gets here.
Playmaking position safety is, and he shows up. Run, pass, he shows up.
Yeah, he can take the ball away. He can cover you man-to-man. Again, like I said, he's got a lot of range in the back end. You can bring him down in the box, and he can be very good in run support. Just plays with a lot of energy. I think he'll bring some confidence to us.
Third round, Maron Lloyd, running back out of SC. What'd you feel about him?
Yeah, really just a threat every time he touches the ball. He started out at South Carolina, moved to USC this past year, and just very elusive, has really good speed. Wasn't used a ton in the passing game, but has excellent hands and ability as a receiver. I think he'll be a little bit of a matchup nightmare at times.
A couple numbers about him really stand out. Number one, he averaged over 7 yards a carry in a big-time program against big-time competition. He ran a 4.46, and he's a big guy, 220, yet he did 25 on the bench press. I mean, that's like offensive line numbers.
Yeah.
This guy's one stout dude.
He really is. He's really he packs a lot of muscle into that frame of his, and he's very hard to tackle, very strong. He's really he has all the skill set that we look for in a running back, and again, we think his best football is ahead of him, and he'll be a welcome addition to our group.
Also in the third round, Tyron Hopper, linebacker from Missouri. His good features.
Yeah, started off at Florida and then moved to the last couple of years at Missouri, where they had an excellent defense there. He was kind of the leader of that defense. Very, very physical, has excellent stopping power on the ball carrier. He can run as well. Very serious-minded kid who I think is going to fit in here very well.
Doubling up at the linebacker position, could you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, it's really the way the board fell. We are obviously kind of transitioning to a new defense where we do think we need some more bodies in that group, and the board just kind of happened to fall that way for us. So again, both these guys can have the ability to run and hit, and that's what's going to be required over the next in this new transition.
Well, let's see. Looking at what you've done so far, offensive line, linebacker, safety, and running back, those are some of your perceived needs, just the way things fell, or is there a method to the madness?
But mostly the way things fell. I do think, obviously, when there's some equal values on our board, need does come into play a little bit, and it did over the last couple of days as well. So, again, I think these guys are going to have some pretty good opportunities to help this football team. Again, they're young players. They got a lot to learn, but we think they have the work ethic and the character to really grow within this system, and that's the exciting part.
Traded back, that's how you began the night, and just 4 spots, but you pick up a 5th and a 6th. And if you look at last year's 5 and 6, those types of players, you're talking about Dontavian Wicks, Carl Brooks, Anders Carlson. You're talking football players. Those are valuable picks.
They are, and like in every draft, there's good players to pick at every time you're going to pick. It's our job to find them, and certainly more at bats you have, the better hit rate. More hits you're going to get. So Again, you can never have enough. Hopefully, not only picking these guys, but maybe having some flexibility to move around tomorrow will help us. So we think we had two really good days. We're excited about that, but we got a big one tomorrow as well.
Brian, thanks for the time and best of luck tomorrow.
Thanks, Larry. Appreciate it.
And for the latest on the Packers draft, keep it right here on Packers.com.